what it is? We back at it again. You see my boy. You see the special guest. Those who don't know, this is my boy Guadalupe Gonzalez, aka Lupe, mostly known as. He is the man, the one that we all know him by as Lupe, or other knows him as Coach. So here we are today, and I want to introduce him to you guys because he has helped me and my family out tremendously. I owe him a lot. I met him in middle school, right? I met you in middle school.
Middle school.
I met him in middle school through this other great person, Tito Parker. At that time, I was going through some stuff in middle school. I believe I was going down the wrong path, bad grades, talking back to teachers, and
Not going to school.
not going to school. And Lupe found out about that. Him and Tito got in contact with me. They knew soccer was the sport for me, and Lupe at the time was running Diablos. And from there, it was a game changer for me. Soccer and Lupe and Tito saved my life, if I could say that. So I owe them a lot. And bringing them on the podcast, showing out to the world, showing out to the people on the internet, what this man has done for me is more than a blessing. So without further ado, here's Lupe. Lupe, you want to tell them a little bit about yourself, man?
Well, first of all, thanks, man.
Of course,
thanks
thank you
for inviting me here, and it's a pleasure. Talk about Tito. Tito's a great man.
Yes.
Hold it down for all of you a lot. Worked with him for a little while. A great human being.
Definitely is.
Great human being here in this community everywhere, So shout out to Tito. We don't link up very much, but
we need
my boy, man.
Yeah, he's busy doing his own thing. He's still supporting the community as always. So Lupe, now that you're here, man, I really want to ask you, what happened at La Familia? Is it owned by somebody else now, or is it still owned by you? It's just a different name?
It's not owned by us anymore.
Okay.
We gave that up. That's a hard job.
Yes.
It's a hard job for anybody. It's a hard job. You have to really be in the right mindset to do something like that. And that's not something that I wanted to leave for my boys.
Yeah.
My wife, which she's been with me, 34 years, she's always supported me, and she's one of my biggest supporters and always held it down for us. She just said it's time, and I don't want that life for the boys. Aaron's got 3 kids now, so
yeah.
He's gotta man up and do that. So that life there, nightlife gets you in trouble real quick, man.
It really does. It really does. The nightlife has gotten all of us in trouble. I feel like I was at that moment as well.
Yeah.
We let that get to us at the same time, but we forget about who's really at home. You said 30-some years of marriage?
Yeah, we've been married 30 years. We've been together for, I think, 34.
Man.
Since being boyfriend, girlfriends, and stuff like that, But I'm blessed, man. She's a great woman. She let me do what I did with all of you.
Yes, she did. That's crazy about that.
She held the house down, and my dad, my dad, paz descanse,
Paz descanse el don.
Yeah, we said, no te da vergüenza, cabrón. Like, what are you talking about? Like, she makes more than you. I don't care. Don't bother me. But
yeah, I never really got to meet your wife, and I did meet your dad. We got to go on a bunch of road trips together, man.
Yeah.
It's unforgettable moments that I cherish with me for a very long time. Packing the van.
Oh, I remember that? That's crazy.
Packing the van, heading out to tournaments, and till this day, I cherish them. I talk to my kids about the stuff we did,
man.
and they want to know who's Lupe. Who's Lupe? So I wanted to bring you out just so I show them this is Lupe.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
So 30-some years, Lupe, what has been your biggest memory of between you and your wife that you could remember?
Oh man, there's so many, but I think the biggest memory, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's been perfect.
And no, definitely
we're a perfect family, because that's all bullshit.
It doesn't work like that.
It don't work like that. We've been hard times, up and down, but we decided not to throw the towel just say fuck it, that's enough, and we've had it,
Yeah.
And in her defense, it's always my fault. I mean, it's always been me. I mean, 100%, always been me, And but she's never. She just she's a fighter, man.
Yeah.
She's a fighter. She saw the good in me, I suppose, and she stuck it out.
What difficulties do you think challenged you the most, you and your wife, becoming to the person you and your wife are now is in a marriage?
I think the biggest um, issue I want to say at one point was money, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that was hard, man. It's hard not knowing how you're gonna feed your kids, knowing no tienes ni para nada, I mean,
Yeah.
you're in debt, hasta los huevos, and it's like and it's not that I'm not in debt now, I'm still in debt,
Hey, it's
but
part of
it's
the
different,
U.S.
but it's different, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just everything. Her just always being supportive and telling me when I'm an asshole
Hmm.
and telling me I'm wrong and not being scared of that. That's I think that's the biggest clarity. And try to be as honest as you can be. I mean, we've always tried that, and we've at times obviously it doesn't work. But it's just a struggle, man. It's a struggle. It's not easy being married. It's not easy being married
Yeah,
that long.
I hear you.
Just as her, todos nos enfadamos at one point, I
Yep.
would imagine.
Yep.
But there's not so much que te enfades. It's so much that you just gotta work through it, man.
Yeah.
And if you can keep loving a person year after year after year, then that brings a great bond between you.
Right. Right.
As long
Right.
as you can keep falling in love with the same person, then you're good. When you can't do that anymore, then yeah, call it quits, man.
I hear you. I hear
Call it
you.
quits.
You obviously seen me grow up as a youngster to the person I am now, Lupe. What do you think is the biggest challenge for marriages nowadays, relationships nowadays? What do you think is the biggest issue now?
Oh man, you're gonna be in trouble with a lot of these people here, man. But
But it's the honestly truth, man. It's the honest truth.
I would want to say that after any little problem, then you want to call it quits.
Yeah.
Like you're done. Fuck you. I can handle my own, and more the power, to those women, guys that can handle their own on their own to raise their kids and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's
Yeah.
great, but I think that you should put a lot of work into it. It's a
Yes.
lot of work. I mean, and it's work on both sides, and I mean, you just have to work at it, man. You can't just after one fuck up, you can't just say, fuck you, I'm done.
Yeah.
Y pues claro, there's fuck ups and fuck ups.
Fuck
I
ups
mean,
after fuck ups. So that's when you just like,
you're like, okay, this isn't going anywhere and stuff
right.
like that, but it also has to do with what kind of a fuck up, what kind of a
Mm-hmm.
fuck up we're
Yeah.
having.
Yeah.
We can't be having all these other ones, little ones you can handle, but major ones, probably allowed one in your whole time, and then you better buck down,
I hear you.
I
I
mean,
hear you,
honestly,
Lupe. I did go through some issues myself with, the mother of my kids and stuff.
Yep, yep.
I'm fortunate now to have met a very good woman, Lupe, down the road, and I'm gonna tell you, she takes good care of me. She loves me like I've never been loved before. She's more like, I would say, she takes care of me just like how my mom would.
It's awesome, man.
It is awesome.
That is awesome.
In what ways do you think people or youngsters nowadays should look forward to in life? Is it more about love, or is it more about a connection that you have with the person?
I think it has to do a little bit of both, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's different variables. You can't solely run a relationship on love.
Yeah.
That's a lie,
Yeah.
a flat out lie. I mean, you guys can crucify me for that, but
No, no.
that's an absolute lie.
Yep.
It has to be everything. It has to be everything from financial to caring to consideration to love. I mean, it's a whole bunch of little things that ultimately come into one.
For sure.
My dad always used to say, and I'm gonna get in trouble for this one too, but he said, el que se casa enamorado le va a ir mal. He
Yeah.
didn't say it like that cleanly,
Right, right,
but
but in shorter
in
words.
short words, but he said, you can learn to love a person, but if you think that that person is right for you and is the right mother of your child or your children, then that's the woman for you.
Man, those deep
I'm
words.
not saying that I wasn't in love when I got married.
Right.
Of course I was,
Yes, yes.
but you have to, as the years go, you have to learn to love that person more and more and more. And I think that's what keeps you together.
Definitely, definitely. Growing now, now with my wife, my current wife now, I feel like I've experienced that type of type now. I feel like my mistakes in my past have created the person I am now. I also look of what the past mistakes other people have made towards me, and I say I don't have to deal with this kind of stuff. And I think that's the man I am now.
Yeah.
So going forward, Lupe, I see you got the Dons on here. Shout out to the
Always
Dons.
got to represent,
Shout out the Dons. I see you
always,
got two of them now.
Thank God.
Congratulations on that, man.
Thank God. I'm sorry, I keep looking at my
No,
phone,
you're
guys,
good. You're
but
good. You're good.
I got these guys,
Hey, he's a busy man.
no, these
He's a
guys
busy man.
being clowns on there, so, but yeah, no, thank God we were lucky enough to open a second location, truly blessed more than anything.
Definitely.
And I'm not a religious man by any means. I am not that kind of a person. I'm not
Right.
gonna lie, but without believing or without having faith, nothing's possible.
Hey, that's definitely a fact.
That's a fact there. So, I have great support systems, all the way from my family, my kids, my wife, obviously, all my 5 sisters and all my
Yeah.
20 some nieces and nephews,
Definitely, yeah.
and all that, and good partners, that also helps a lot.
Yeah, man. So what's
Yeah.
next for Lupe and the Dons? You guys got something else popping? The third Dons, the fourth Dons?
Man, you know them a little bit too well. There's always
Exactly.
something cooking.
Always.
Always something
This man
cooking.
has always had something up his sleeve.
Unfortunately, I can't yet. But hopefully here in the near future you'll hear. But you'll be the first
Oh
one to
man,
hear
I'm
about
so
it.
excited to hear about that,
But
dude.
we're excited, man. We got some things coming, and hopefully they'll work out like they've been. And but obviously, Hector, we can't do any of this without support from people like you, community,
Yes.
Siouxland. I mean, there's no way that we could do that without this community. That's a fact.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a fact. The people here have been great to us, great support, and it's the only reason that we're able to keep doing what we do.
I definitely agree with that. Same with me. This whole podcast thing wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for people saying, "Hey, what happened to you?" And the last podcast. We were looking forward to seeing you because you had an interesting way of talking to us. Towards no offense to those other guys, they're talking their own thing, they're doing their own thing, but they say that I should keep doing this on my own. So that's what pushed me to keep going forward and bring in more content to them. Going forward, Lupe, what advice would you give somebody from the Siouxland area going forward, chasing their dreams? What do you think should be their priority at the moment?
Hustle, man.
Hustle.
Be the first one up, be the last one down.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't put it to you any different. Gotta hustle, man.
That's right.
How bad do you want it?
That's
You might want
true.
it, but you ain't gonna get it sleeping.
No.
You ain't gonna get it.
You ain't gonna get it on the game.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I hear you,
And we
Lupe.
all had a little bit of that, and that doesn't work. My biggest thing is, if you're young like yourselves, you have a dream, accomplish it, go for it.
Yeah.
Don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy.
Because I was a pussy till I was, would have been. We opened our first one. What was it? 2012, I believe. We opened Mi Familia restaurant.
Yep.
I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I would have done it. I'd be retired by now if I would have done it.
Hey, that's definitely true. And it's definitely blowing up now that you have another location also in Omaha.
Yeah, we have a restaurant, another Mexican restaurant in Omaha. So that one's going well. That one's going well also,
Yeah, there's more. I feel like there's more Hispanic community out in the Omaha area, in more than there is in Siouxland. Would you agree?
Yeah, but we we big here now, man. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, yeah, obviously Omaha because being the population being so much more than here, but I think we're growing here, man. I
yeah.
think we definitely have numbers here now as
I
well.
believe so too. I believe Lupe, La Familia, and the Dons have been well respected within the community. That people just keep coming and coming and coming. It's kind of like a repayment to you. But also, if you guys have not tried La Familia, the recipe is
My mom, my
from
dad.
the mom and the dad.
My dad was a chef for 24 years.
That's what makes it so special.
You
I
know.
believe if you guys haven't gone, go out there and go get it. Hit up Lupe before you go out there. If anything, he will serve you himself if he has to.
Why not?
He
I'm
is the
not.
man. He does it all. So, being a local celebrity, Lupe, I believe you're a local
I
celebrity.
don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but
How does it feel being known everywhere you go?
uh, it is definitely very humbling. Very. Um, I don't know, man. I can't explain the feeling. I don't even have words for the feeling. It just kind of tells you, you've been here for so long, and some people recognize, what you're trying to do or what you've done, and by them knowing you and coming up and shaking your hand or me shaking their hand or either way, it's just rewarding. It's just rewarding just to have people like that know you and you know especially when you had something to do with them or I don't know. I just it's just a different feeling, man. I mean, at one point I was like, shit, I was actually believing some of that shit. I was like, man, what the fuck, we'd be in like Minnesota and my wife was she always my wife is like, man, you couldn't cheat if you wanted. I said, yeah, you ain't fucking lying. I was like, yeah, you ain't lying. We've been in Minnesota somewhere and I see somebody,
Yeah.
We've been in Kansas and we see
Oh,
somebody,
definitely. Yeah.
and even as far as Cali, we've been in Cali and it's like, oh shit, and it's like, it's
You're
just
originally from Cali, right?
I born and raised in LA County, man. Lived all my life in the San Fernando Valley,
Okay,
Pacoima for that matter.
for sure.
A1A shout out to my people
Everybody
out there,
shout out Cali for sure.
But
Represent.
yep, lived there, man. Pretty much until I was 21.
21. What brought you over here to Siouxland,
21.
man?
I don't really know anymore. Honestly, and that's a funny story. I was my pops was having a hard time finding a job and stuff like that. So he's like, "Ya voy para Nebraska." No, fuck Nebraska.
The fuck's in
I was like,
Nebraska?
I didn't even know. Honestly, swear to God, did not even know where Nebraska was. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, we're
right in the middle of the map.
we want to think that we know and we're smart and this and that, but back in Cali, we were secluded to our neighborhood. We were
Yep,
Pacoima.
yep.
That's it. We didn't know.
Outside of anywhere else.
We knew Mexico. We knew
Uh-huh.
Atengo. Shout out to los de
Shout
Atengo,
out
a
to Tengo,
pinche
puro
chapaleros,
Jalisco.
ahí estamos. But other than that, I had no idea. I didn't know that this existed. Honestly, I had no idea. I mean, you see shit on TV and stuff like that. Like, damn. And he was like, pues, ¿qué se está poniendo cabrón aquí? Me voy a ir para Nebraska. ¿Te quieres ir? Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm 21. Where the fuck do I want to go? I don't even know where Nebraska is. So he was like, well, como veas. But shit in Cali is hot.
Yeah,
It's hot, and at times I wasn't doing the best out there. And it just wasn't going right for me and stuff like that. So I told my dad, yeah, I want to go with you. This was on a Monday. He was leaving on a Wednesday.
Oh,
So I said, yeah, si me voy contigo, Dad. Dijo, okay. Dije, pero no traigo ni un cinco. I have no money. No money. I said, I'm broke. He's like, I'll buy your ticket. So I said, all right. So I got here in February of 1995.
oh shit.
That's when I got here with $10 in my pocket, bro.
Hey.
That's all I had. Literally had $10.
Damn.
That's all I had. So at 21 years old, this grown ass man.
Yeah, definitely. At 21, you're a grown ass man.
Yeah, and your dad is flipping your bill. Honestly, so that's saying that some shit. And I got here and just my first job was fucking terrible. I hated it. But what are you gonna do?
Definitely.
I at the beef at the IBP Heights
Oh,
department, man.
yup.
Worked there. Shit, man, that shit was so nasty that I couldn't even eat at lunch. And I wasn't even. I had no idea that there was work like that.
Mm-hmm.
No idea, because in Cali, I worked in hospitals. I worked cooking and stuff like that. That's all I did. And coming to this was a fucking eye opener, man. I was like,
Definitely.
man,
So you mentioned your dad helped you out a lot, coming here,
yeah.
even supporting your dreams here. How do you feel now as a dad? You do have two kids. Well, you also have your daughter as well. But what do you feel you kept in the same motion as your dad did to now bringing it to your kids? Do you feel like you've helped them out, or you feel like you've made them struggle a little bit more?
You know, um, so I have no brothers, right? I have
Yep.
five
Yep.
sisters, and I'm the oldest. But our parents always supported us in whatever we wanted to do. They were always there for us, con lo poquito, con lo que no, whatever,
Uh-huh.
whatever they were there. But they never gave us anything, you know. Everything was with something,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
So I think that hard times like that really taught us to know, and then we were made aware the working all nights and mom getting up in the morning, coming home late, getting the food ready and everything for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with how you raise your kids, because as much as people think. And by the way, remember, I got two boys and I
Yep.
got two girls. Eliza with my wife, and I have a daughter in California also. Maria, shout out, baby.
Okay. Okay.
So she's my oldest, and she lives in California with her mother. But being part of your kids is hard sometimes. A lot of people might think that I give my kids everything or they could have everything, and to a certain extent, yes,
Yes.
yes, definitely.
I feel
That's
like you also have to make them suffer a little bit, but not as much as we suffered.
Yeah, no, no, and that's not that's never the intent.
Right.
But I'm not gonna give you anything. I'm
Exactly.
not gonna give you first. I'm not gonna give you what I don't have, point blank. But I'm also not gonna make life easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you want to, you can't, because that really doesn't teach you anything. But at times, my wife and I think that we've given them too much. Honestly, sometimes we feel like that, and maybe that's not the case, or maybe it's the case in different people's views.
Right.
But I'm lucky, man. I'm lucky that my boys are supportive and they want to continue in the business, and they hustle for their shit too, man.
Oh, definitely
I
did. I
mean,
seen
you know,
your boy Aaron.
yeah.
He when I first started getting my haircuts, it was in your garage. I
Hmm.
just remember those days.
Hmm.
To him now owning his own barbershop,
Yeah.
so he definitely did not get a handout.
No.
You definitely helped him out
Yeah.
become what he is now. So
And big shout out to my boy.
yeah,
I'm very proud of him.
yeah, he's doing
Very
good.
proud of him of what he does and what he's doing. But and he's a visionary.
Yeah,
Sometimes a little bit too much. That you got to kind of knock his ass down. So hey, you don't have it. You can't do
it's
it. You
not there
don't have
yet.
it. It's not you. You're
Yep.
not there. But he hustles. He hustles good, and he's learning. I think he matured a lot, and just recently, man, just probably a year and a half ago, he really matured. But it took him to get his ass knocked down, and I don't hide shit from my family. I mean, my family is what they are.
Yeah.
He was on probation for a year, and he did something stupid that I had something to do with that. But I'm glad I did, honestly. Whether it was telling on him or getting him in trouble, and that's just life is like that.
Right. As a father, I think you would want your kids to do good as well. And if they're going down the wrong path, it's either calling them out on their bullshit or even, like
Hmm.
you said, telling on them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened with him, and but thank God he went a year sober, man.
Oh, that's
A
great.
year sober, nothing, clean, eating clean, healthy, and which was great. And now now he continues on that path. I mean, I have three beautiful grandkids, you
For
know.
sure, for
I know
sure.
you see him on
I
Snap all
see
the
him all
time, you
the
know.
time, Lupe. He
You know,
shouts them
and
out all the time.
you know,
That's the
and
love of a grandpa.
yeah, and you know, and now he's finally realizing that, you know, all that shit outside gets you in trouble and stuff like
That the
that, you
stuff that
know.
don't matter no more.
Don't matter. It's, you know, you got three kids, three beautiful kids that you have to handle, you know. You have a beautiful wife at home or girlfriend.
Yep, yep.
You know, you have to handle that, man. I mean, so he really stepped up, so shout out to him, you know.
Shout out my boy Aaron. Hopefully we can get you on the next podcast as well. Get your side of the story as well, brother. So Lupe, back to the whole Siouxland community area, man. I know people like to yap. You know, they got a big mouth sometimes.
They do.
What's one of the biggest critics that you faced here in the Siouxland area?
Well, before we get into that, I also want to give a big shout out to my other boy, Isaac.
Isaac as
You know,
well.
my baby. We used to be best friends, but we
Growing
recently just kind of parted ways, but away from that shit. No, I'm just kidding.
up.
He said he wasn't going to invite me to his bachelor's party. So I was
qué
like,
culo,
no,
qué
no.
culo.
So you were in limbo with the best friend thing, but
Hell yeah.
you know, I'm very proud of him too. You know, at 24 years old, you know, doing a great job at that Don's #2. You know, handling his business there and very responsible and you know, he's always with us. You know, he's always with me. You know, he's a very bright boy, and I hope that his dreams and accomplishments, you know,
Yeah, definitely. You guys have
get there.
been
You
locked
know,
in. I feel
yeah,
like I'm the same way with my boy. My youngest son, he's 3 and he's growing up. He tells me he loves me every single day.
yeah.
Them growing up to the man they are now, do you think does he still tells you he loves you?
Oh, definitely, and I think that's one of the biggest thing that we changed in our family. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because my dad was a great man by
Yep.
far, great
Oh, he
man,
was a great man.
great man. You
Yes.
know, he is the reason that I am who I am now.
Yeah.
You know, him and my mother are the reason that I am what I am now. Um, you know, with that being said, it's you know, Isaac is just he's just been that one that's gotten all that. You know, I mean, my dad would hardly ever tell you, "I love you, son. I'm proud of you." I honestly didn't know he was proud of me until he died, and somebody else told me.
Mm.
You know, that shit hit me, and that shit still hits me. You know, and but you know, it's funny, but and I never saw it. Everybody else saw it, but I never saw it. You know,
Yeah.
he never voiced it. You know, so I think that's one of the biggest things that I wanted to change for my kids. You know, we hug,
Yep.
give you a
Yep.
kiss, you know, I love you, dad. I'm
Yep.
proud of you know, stuff like that.
Yep.
I do that, you know,
Yes.
and I'm okay with doing that. So I think that's one of the biggest things that we changed in our family, you know, and that's what I want them to raise with.
I
You
also
know,
did
boys.
change the fact. Obviously, you probably ran into my dad here and there, but my dad is straight up rancho. You know how them rancho fools be. Straight rancho. Still to this day, I've never heard of "I love you."
It's hard.
Here and there, he'll give me a hug.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have to show him the love, and I started to recently give him a hug and kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Just to show a little bit more appreciation for him, because when I'm with him, my son sees that as well. So I want my son to see, okay, my dad is kissing his dad. I want to kiss my dad too.
And that's how you break that cycle.
Yeah.
You know, honestly. But we can go on and on about that.
Exactly.
You know? But anyway,
But
so
back
shout
to
out
the
to my boy.
Siouxland.
Let's go back.
Shout out to the boys, is for sure. But shout out back to the sacrifices you have made, Lupe. What it has been, you know, like I said earlier, people like to yap. They like to open their mouth a lot.
You know, and
I know you've had received some criticism.
I love that. You know, I love
Yeah.
that. I mean, love that. Everybody that does that, you know, honestly, thank you.
Hey,
And I'm not saying that in a bad way, and
Right.
I'm not clowning you or anything, you
Right.
know. But honestly, muchas gracias, you know, because you helped me become what I am as well. You know, because I take all
Yeah.
that, and you know, true story. And you can ask my wife. I used to come home and because I come, all these people are talking all this crap, you know,
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
why? I try to do my best to help everybody as much as I can. You know, whether whether it was with you guys with soccer
Yeah.
or somebody asked me a question, I try to, you know, as much as I know, whatever I know. But still, you can't ever get away from that. Get away from that. And it used to bug me.
Yeah.
It really used to bug me, man. Honestly, it used to bug me a lot. But then one day I was like, why should it bug me, man? I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm doing the right thing. What? And honestly, I just said, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna ask you. I'm not gonna ask you anything. You want to talk, you talk. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if it's really that important to you, then come tell me.
And they
If it's
don't.
that important to you, then come tell me. I got you.
I hear you,
But
Lupe.
if not, then I kind of let it go. I let all that go. I let all that noise go. I was just like, okay, cool, cool. It is what it is. And it's helped me though. It's helped me to me realize that okay, maybe you are doing something right. Maybe you are doing something that you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Other than me worrying about ya está hablando de mí,
Mm-hmm.
qué dijo de mí, and blah blah blah, and because I've been everything. I've been unfaithful to my wife. I've had other chicks on the side that I give money to. What else? I'm tied into the cartel.
I've heard about that
Right?
one.
Did you hear that one? Yeah. So I'm
one.
tied to the cartel. I don't know which one yet, but if you want to tell me which one,
Right.
tell me because I'd be happy to.
I heard
know which
about that one when you first got into the console.
Oh yeah.
That's when I heard about that. Like, oh, he has to be tied into something. That's why he's in there.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, so shit. I mean, I just want to know which one. So at least when they asked me, I was like, oh yeah, this one, But I mean, stuff like that. I mean, I'm one of the biggest drug dealers here. I'm a killer. I get people that I can, kill whoever I want and do blah blah blah, this and this and that, And I mean, funny that there's no proof, right?
There is nothing.
There's no proof. I mean, there's nothing. I'm either one of three things. Very lucky. I cover my tracks very well, or maybe I'm just not into it. I mean, those are the three things that could happen, right? So, but I and stuff like that is funny to me now. Before it used to bug me, like I said, but now it's it's like yeah, que ande flirting or blah blah blah. It's very different than actually doing something like that. Or, I and what stops me? My family.
Yeah.
How my kids will look at me, how my grandkids will look at me, how all that. So,
yep.
Honestly, the legacy is that, and not so much. I guess the legacy is just I don't want you to remember me that way. But yeah, man. I mean, that's the truth to that. I mean, but I love it. I love all that.
I love it when they talk shit.
When they talk, man.
They love to hate, Lupe.
I mean,
they have nothing else to do.
But it's cool. I'm cool with it.
I hear you. So back to this whole legacy thing, Lupe. I could ask you, hope the day never comes, but how would you like to be remembered, Lupe? Because if you ask me, Lupe, I could go down the list and I could name a lot of things, a lot of positive things that I could say about you.
This is gonna sound so cliche, man. Like so, like este puto nomás está haciéndose el humble and shit, But I honestly don't really want to be remembered, I mean, honestly, I mean, not to the people,
Right,
what I mean?
right.
I mean, that really doesn't. That's not something that I want to do, you know. I want my grandkids to remember their granddad, just like my kids remember their granddad.
Yeah.
My kids don't remember my dad because he was a great businessman or a hard worker or anything. They just remember him because
he was there.
He was Papa.
He was there.
He was Papa. That's all they remember about him. All those fun trips,
very fun.
All that. The way he treated them. I mean, that's how I want to be remembered. But I want to be remembered from my family, my kids. The rest of the people, I really don't.
You don't care, huh?
It sounds harsh, but I really don't care. I mean, like I got to the point where I told my wife, if I die today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, whenever, don't do so people can come visit. Don't do a visitation. Don't do any of that bullshit.
Family first.
Don't want anything like that. I said, you take me from the hospital, you take me to the cemetery, and you bury me. And then my mom was like, ¿Y la misa? ¿Ya pa' qué, ma? ¿Pa' qué chingados? Ya estoy muerto, but my mom was very religious. So,
yeah, but that's not going to happen. You have a lot of community right behind you. They're going to support your kids, your wife, whatever happens to you in the past life. People will remember you dearly. Lupe,
that's probably the only thing that I would love about this community, is that, they keep supporting the family, my kids, and and keep an eye on them, and that's all I ask for, honestly, man. I
Yep.
don't want nothing else.
So with this whole movement that you got going on, Lupe, did you ever face any difficulties that where you're like, fuck, I throw in the towel, this is where I'm done? Has there been a moment?
And that still happens, bro.
Yeah.
That still happens. It's sometimes shit gets tough, man.
Yeah.
It gets really tough, and I think about myself, and I just had this conversation with me and Isaac had this conversation, and my wife, and we all have the conversation of how would our life be if we just went to work and came home, you know, not worry about
Damn.
nothing,
Damn.
right?
You got me thinking too,
Right?
Lupe,
Like
straight up.
how would that be, if we just worked our jobs
I don't want to do that either.
and got come home
Yeah.
and that's
No.
it, right? Um, for one, you wouldn't be your own boss.
Mm-hmm.
That's for one, It's great being your own boss,
Definitely.
but it sucks at times, I mean, I just to this day it still happens, man. I mean, sometimes you're like, shit, I could just not do this and be making good money and not be worried about all these headaches and I'm gonna pay the bills today. I don't want to pay my employees, all that. But I think that's what I love about this. I don't think I've ever done anything that I love more other than coaching you fuckers. And that didn't pay shit.
No, it didn't.
Pay shit,
I remember we had to push it on the van, man.
But I mean, even back then when we were doing that, people still thought that I was, making money. Mm-hmm. You well know.
I honestly thought you were the richest man.
Right?
Yes, I honestly did.
Don't tell my wife that because she'll te la va a rayar, that shit, But I mean, it's just it's still hard, man. I mean, every day is just you just take every day by day, and you keep pushing, man. You keep pushing for a better future.
For a better future, definitely. And I think that's where it takes me back to this also as well. I do not want to be told what to do by somebody else anymore, Lupe.
Yeah.
I want to tell people what to do and how to do it.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at the moment right now with this whole podcast stuff. I want to be my own boss. I want to be remembered as like Hector took the time out of his day because I work my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I have my kids. I have to go drop them off. Obviously, 50-50 custody sucks. Yeah. But whatever time I have left is either for here, my wife, or gym.
Yeah.
So it is a struggle keeping up with everything. But like I said, like how you said it, I don't want to be doing that whole 9 to 5 thing for the rest of my life. I want to see my kids grow up. I want to teach them all these things. And I honestly look up to you because of that, Lupe.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that, man.
So another thing, Lupe, if you weren't in your current situation that you're in now, multi-millionaire.
Shit. Yeah, we're gonna be sitting here right now. We'd be somewhere on the beach doing this shit,
with your restaurants obviously doing very good. The Don's doing good. Your son's doing very good. What would you see yourself doing other than this, Lupe?
Man, you're asking me to write that now? Nothing.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing. I'm blessed. I'm happy at where I'm at. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for more. People seem to think that I want more and more. No, it's not that. It's you're trying to get another angle to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And to be a better future for us. Where's my retirement plan?
Hey,
that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a job, you have a 9 to 5. Yep. Most companies, offer you that 401k and everything. Mm-hmm. 401k.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever I can, save now, which I don't save shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't.
No, he goes on a lot of trips.
Hey,
but he's enjoying the life he's making now, taking all those trips, Lupe.
I mean,
because you're not gonna have that money when you leave this earth.
No, and then how about when I can't walk or I can't go outside and para qué? I mean, honestly, para qué? I mean, yeah, we have to look to see if we do live that long life, how we're gonna survive. So that's my only that's vision that I want to have. That enough to carry me for
I hear you
this much, But now, and I tell my kids all the time, you think you're gonna get money? You ain't getting shit. I ain't leaving nothing. God willing, if I can waste it all, me and my wife,
Yes, yes,
my
yes.
damn well waste it all,
Yep, yep.
because ya te enseñamos how to work. You had a chance of an education where you don't want to go to college, but you both have trades.
Hmm.
You're both barbers. My daughter graduated,
She's cosmetics, right?
No, my daughter graduated from UNO with
Okay.
a business degree
Oh, there you
and
go.
like three different minors that I don't even know, but because I don't really understand all that. But um, but we're leaving you something that you can work and something that you can keep working. If you don't want to work it, then fuck it, sell it
Hey, that's
and
true.
do whatever you want to do.
That's true.
I
That's
mean,
true. I believe you are leaving a big, big legacy to your kids, and they have every right to do with it as soon when you leave,
and do whatever they
and
want
they could do
after
whatever they
that.
want. We have had this conversation before,
Yeah,
at the nightclub.
yeah,
We were
yeah.
a couple drinks in, and
Just a couple.
just a couple. Once we get a few drinks in, we like to get back into the feelings and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So Lupe, do you have any favorite movies you're watching at the moment? You got a favorite song you're listening
Oh
to that
man,
you keep replaying?
I can guarantee you that my wife would tell you what my favorite movie is because man, I swear I watched that thing like
What
500 times.
is it?
But my all-time favorite is Blood In Blood Out.
Blood In, Blood Out,
That's my
definitely.
all-time favorite, man. I watch that all the time. I don't know. I love that movie,
I
man.
love it
I
too. I
love that
love it
movie.
too. We
So
can't
that
get off that one. It brings us back to the culture and the roots and how
yeah,
we struggled as well as Mexicans, Latins, whatever you want to
yeah.
call us. But also the movie American Me. I don't know
I
if you've
like that
watched
one
it.
too. Oh
Yup,
yeah, I
yup.
like that one too. I like Blood In Blood Out because it teaches you how you become from nothing to something. Obviously in the wrong shit,
And the wrong shit.
obviously in the
Right,
wrong
right, right.
shit, but and they obviously it's not gonna get you anywhere. But it's the same concept of life, man. I mean, just a different play. I mean, but that's what I like. That's why I really like that movie. Um, favorite song, man. I just have so many, man. I
You listen
mean,
to all like different genres?
oh yeah, I'm Biggie,
For sure,
Tupac,
for sure.
obviously Tupac.
Your pops listen to a lot of Mexican
My
music.
dad was my dad, Christmas time, all you hear with us is Jose Alfredo
Oh,
Jimenez, Javier
yep,
Solis,
yep.
obviously Vicente,
Uh huh. Uh-huh.
So those Jose Alfredo Jimenez, those are all the ones that are we were cultured with, that norteñas.
Yep, yep. I remember going down the van, and once Pop was in that
I
van.
weren't playing shit, but I weren't playing nothing but he liked.
Exactly,
But
man.
yeah, man. I mean, and I can't say I have a uh,
Let's just
ultimate.
favorite song that you're like, oh, I gotta put this on before I start doing something.
Oh shit, man! No, there's so many. Right now, I like a lot of that. A lot. I like some of the new shit.
You like some of the new stuff, like
Yeah,
corridos
yeah.
tumbados
Like
type?
I like. Well, yeah. I like El Más
Yep.
Poderoso. I like just stuff that talks about how you're in the struggle and then you
It
you
really
made a
humbles
little
you.
bit.
It really makes you
Yeah,
think about where you came
yeah.
from.
Where you come from and stuff like that. My sister Jacinta. Shout out to her. I love her. She's my oldest sister. But I love all of you bitches. But just get that out there. But the other day she sent this song. She said, "This reminds me of you." It's that one that Grupo Origen. Can't even remember the name of the song. But something about this and this and that. That I was androgado, pero I made it, ya no. And I was like, "You're stupid. Todavía te vienen drogado, no mames." She was like, "Yeah, but just listen to the song."
I mean,
You
them,
know,
them, them seeing you to the person you were before to the person you are now. Obviously, you have your own businesses and stuff like that. I think they see that you have made it.
yeah, but the biggest thing is like they were a big pillar of what I've done.
Yeah.
Because mi familia, the restaurant, that's them. That's three of my sisters, one being the baby, the middle, and then my oldest. My mom,
Yep.
and myself. We started that. And big shout out to them. I love them. I love all my sisters. And they're hustlers too, man. And we stick together. And just because it's the Dons and they're not involved in that, if I need help, they're there.
It's a
And
family thing.
we were raised like that, even from, getting in fights and stuff like that, sometimes, que me entendían los tiros, and there was more than one, and, they jump in and, nomás quítamelo, let me get my bearings, stuff like that. So, they were always there. En veces me buscaban los pleitos,
Yeah.
but they would never back down from a fight, and,
Definitely.
and I think I think that's the root of all of us, of our family,
The culture
yeah,
of our family.
how we are, and shout out to my wife that my kids have her attitude. My kids are very laid back, man.
Yeah.
My kids don't talk shit about nobody. They mind their own business. They do them. They're not like me. I'm the loudmouth. I don't give a shit. I'm the loudmouth.
Fuck everybody, huh?
But but the biggest thing, if I say something to you and you ask me, did you say that? I'm not gonna back out from it. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, we ain't no punks.
I said, did I fuck up? But maybe I'm sorry if I offended you. My bad. But that's the difference. But but yeah, man. I mean, I think that's the heart of our family, and the heart of our family is our mother.
Yeah.
My mother is a wonderful woman. I mean, she's strong. I've always known that. Like I said, my father's a great man, but I knew who the strength was of that family.
Right behind the mom.
And
it's always the woman.
It's always the woman. You have a good woman behind you, you can accomplish.
You can do anything you want. That's right.
And she's been the heart and soul of our family. And all the way from my youngest grandchild right now. I mean, they all see her, and they just light up.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think of the inedible. But it's gonna happen, and are we ready? No, we're not ready. But we hope that still has a long, long time.
Yeah, we definitely hope the same thing. Obviously, for everybody's mother, we wish nothing, not even sickness on them. But obviously, life has a role to play, so we just gotta go with where we go and help them out with what we can. Lupe, growing up as a child, who do you think was your childhood hero? I know you mentioned your dad bringing you here with $10 in your pocket and stuff like that. You feel like your dad was your childhood hero?
He was my only hero, man. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and look at somebody else, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hands down, he shaped me into what I am now. I take after him in everything. Siempre me dijo, el día que quebres tu palabra, mejor móchate los huevos.
Hey, I've heard that too. Yep.
And that's the truth, man. The day that you break your word, then you might as well, just denut yourself or whatever you want
to call it. As a man, a man's worth is worth millions.
That's worth more to me than a fucking piece of paper signed. I mean, if I tell you something is solid and whether aunque me chingues o me chingue, it is what it is,
Yep. And he did keep his word. He even showed up early as fuck to the podcast.
I like that shit.
That's how you know a man is about his word. So make sure you have a good man in your corner. What's one thing people misunderstand about you, Lupe?
Obviously, I'm not a drug dealer, so that's the biggest. I'm not a drug dealer. That's the biggest misconception there. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just so hard that sometimes, yes, do I carry myself as an arrogant man? I probably do, but not by not meaning to.
Yeah.
I try not to be a culero. I try not to think that I'm more than somebody else.
Right.
That it happens at times, maybe, possibly, but that's never my intention. I just sometimes I think people think that I'm worse than what I really am. And the misconception that I have all this power. I have no more power than anybody in this community, man.
I would like to say otherwise. I think you say something and it gets done.
I mean, it's just sometimes it's just. I think that's the biggest misconception of me that I'm not what I show that I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm 100. If I'm here, I'm the same one tomorrow.
Yep.
I was the same, 30 years ago.
Yep.
And I think I'm gonna be the same if God lets me live,
That's
for the rest of my life. But yeah, I think that would be probably the biggest one, man, that I think.
Damn, Lupe. So what's one thing that keeps you up at night, Lupe, thinking, what's the next move?
That's it.
What's the next move,
That's
huh?
it, man. I don't worry about nothing else, man. Like again, thank God to the community, to kids like you. Sorry, kids, to me you're a kid, you know, but obviously
It's
you're a
okay.
man, you
Yeah,
know.
yes, sir.
But that people like you, like the community, like everybody, can keep me thinking of what's our next move, or
Yep.
and now my kids thinking the same way. You know, what else can we do? What else can we do to better not just better ourselves, but better this community? You
Right,
know,
right, right.
I
How
mean,
do you define success with everything you've done? How do you feel
um,
like, okay, I've succeeded in this. I am comfortably now. Um,
you know, honestly, this is gonna sound stupid, and this is gonna sound like people are gonna say, "Yeah, bullshit," you know. But honest truth is, we pay the people that work with us, and I don't say people that work for us because they work with us. You know,
mhm.
we try to work together. Um, we can feed their families, we can feed our families, and we can pay our bills, and we can take the fucking vacations that we're talking about,
Hey,
right?
that's fucking
I
right.
mean, what more can you ask
That's
for?
definitely
Like,
true.
I don't ask. Ask me if I have $10,000 in the bank. Ask me.
Do you have $10,000?
Fuck no. You know how much I got? I'm at $45.
Hey, that's money.
You know, but I mean, and that's the honest truth, man.
Yeah,
Do I owe? Yeah, I owe. I have to.
right,
There's no way that I could do it without it, you
right.
know? And shout out to all the people that's also helped me out, prestándome dinero and stuff like that. You all know who you are, you know,
Yep.
and I respect that people, you know, and again, you know, some of those are my sisters too, you know,
Hmm.
that do all that, you know. Don't
Man,
think that, you know, it's not easy getting money, you know, but I mean, I think no, nothing really keeps me up at night, you know.
if your career, or let's say the dons and everything, was just like everything falls off, Lupe, what is the next move for you, Lupe?
Pues a chingarle en lo
A
que uno
chingarle
sabe,
otra
la
vez
planta,
a
pues ya
la
que más,
planta,
you
la
know, la
Tyson.
planta, la Tyson, wherever, whoever's gonna get you. I mean, that's the thing, Hector. I've never been afraid to go back.
Yeah.
That's not a fear of mine. I'm not afraid of failing. I'm not. I honestly have never been afraid of failing because I've done it before.
Yes.
That's not like, ay, güey, ¿ahora qué voy a hacer? Pues, ¿qué vas a hacer, pendejo? Pues, ponte a chingarle, you know? I mean, honestly, you know? I mean, that's the honest truth. I mean, I don't fear failure because failure makes you stronger. If you fall and you don't know how to get up, then that's the problem, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not scared of failing. I'm not scared of another Don's coming next door to me, another Mexican restaurant coming. That doesn't concern me,
Hmm.
man. We do what we do,
Right.
and that's all we worry about. Y esperemos que a todos, all the people, que les vaya bien, ojalá.
Definitely.
You know, and in that same line, there are people that actually sit out there, no, pues es que él fue y dijo esto, y es que él no quiere que yo sea, que a mí me vaya bien. And honestly, con todo respeto, I could give it two fucks
Definitely. Fuck that shit.
about what your business are. Ojalá, primero Dios, si les vaya bien, pero en realidad no me importa.
Hmm.
I don't care about your business. That's you. I hope you do well in everything that you do. Mis bendiciones de todo corazón, se los juro por mi madre, por
Yeah.
todo.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that's just the kind of person I am. Pero for you to tell me that I wish upon you that you fail, that's not right because
No.
we're raza.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
I would love que toda la raza nos juntáramos
Hey,
to see how powerful we are.
I'm telling you.
That would be great.
I'm telling you, Lupe.
Yeah.
That bringing raza together has been one thing that a local homie, you know,
Yep.
Jay Mota, he brought it up to me. I had some local beef with another also raza member, and he brought it up to me and he said, "Raza against raza, we're never gonna win.
Never. Nobody wins.
Nobody wins." So some rapid fire questions, Lupe, before we
Let's
get you out
go.
of here. I
Yep.
know you
Yep.
have some
Yeah.
stuff to do,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
So coffee or tea, my guy?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Every day in the morning.
Late nights or early mornings?
Late nights, definitely.
Favorite local restaurant other than yours?
That's you suck. You suck. I ain't even gonna answer that. I'm gonna shy away from that answer.
Oh shit. Okay, that's fine. One word your friends would describe you.
For one, I don't think I have any friends, man. I don't have many friends, to be honest with you. I always talk about that shit. It's just one of those things that, you know, it's very hard to say somebody's your friend.
Yeah.
they really, really have to be there for you, and I think I can count on one hand how many true friends I have.
Definitely.
And creo que me van a sobrar dedos,
Yeah.
Because I'm just like that. No offense to anybody, no offense to nothing,
Right. And I think that's the way of life as we grow up. People part their ways, like how I told you earlier with both of my buddies that I was really close to.
Yeah.
They have their own kids, they have their own life, and I told you
I'm really mad at one of them, and I hope you're watching because I'm gonna call your ass out,
call them out.
I'm your godfather, you fucker, and you didn't even invite me to Japan. What the
Pinche
hell?
chino
I know,
cochino.
Chino, man. I'm just kidding, man. I love that kid, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know, man. I honestly I couldn't answer that for you. I don't know. I'd like to know though.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Well,
know.
if I was considered as one of his friends, I'd say
Definitely.
very, very humble man, and will put anybody first before his own feelings.
I appreciate that.
So, with that being said, I appreciate you, Lupe. I appreciate you for coming by,
anything, man.
stopping by, and the Sioux
again,
City
good
podcast
luck.
is for you, man.
Good luck in everything. Good luck in what you're doing.
Thank you, Lupe.
I love your beginning.
Yes.
This is great.
Humbly.
Humbly is great. And I know you're going to be better, and I know it's going to get better. And all I can ask you is just keep it real.
Thank you.
Keep it 100. Whether your view is good, not good, talk about it.
Talk about it.
You know, whether me and you here can sit and disagree about something, but do it here.
Do it here, exactly.
And don't get personal with your feelings about something. If you really want to do something that really matters. And don't keep it just raza oriented.
I definitely will get some more people on here.
Definitely.
Hopefully, I get your son here.
Definitely.
Maybe have him talk a little of shit as well. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always good to have different views. We learn from everybody, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned so much from different people, business wise and everything. And just for everybody out there, don't think just because you don't have a degree that you can accomplish things that you set out yourself to do. I don't have a college education, man. Never did. I mean, I went a year, didn't like that shit. I mean, honestly,
that's the truth.
Isaac, my boy, went 1 year, and ask him how he's doing. He's still in debt.
Damn.
Because he wanted a party, and then that wasn't for him. Aaron just said, "No, screw that shit. I'm just gonna go to barber school."
Yeah.
And thank God, he's doing well. He's got 10 barbers now, and remodeled his shop and doing well there. But anything's possible. School isn't for everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
School isn't for everybody, but get your ass in a trade of somehow.
For sure, for sure. One more time, shout out the Dons, shout out La Familia, everybody. If you guys need some food, go get with Lupe.
Saturday,
guys.
Saturday.
Oh yeah, Saturday.
Come
October
through.
11th is also my birthday. So if you guys see me out there,
come through.
Everything in a puto shot.
Come through. I got one for you.
Let's go.
Another thing, a little bit on that. We've been getting some criticism about that.
Tell them.
The jaripeos and stuff like that. Sí, tal vez no son jaripeos de los que están impuestos porque
it's been a while since we had something like that.
Y yo no sé eso. I don't know that. This is something new for me.
Yeah.
So I'm learning, pero pues en realidad we're trying to keep it, priced low for everybody so everybody can enjoy
it's
it,
cheap, $35.
And I don't wanna hike it up. I don't wanna make it 100. I don't wanna make. If you're expecting a big group, you're not gonna get it with me. I'm telling you right now, that's not gonna happen.
Anything local is the man.
Local. We're gonna try to do it here. We're gonna try to do it Omaha. Just local groups that we can enjoy good music. I'm not going to go bring you los dos de Tamaulipas or La Banda Recodo. That's not going to happen because
for sure, man.
They come in here, take all our money, take your money, take my money, and then what do we get? We really don't get anything out of it, So honestly, tengan paciencia. Be patient with us. I'm learning. I guarantee you that we're going to get better. It's going to pop off, but at those prices, we have to do what we do now. It's
Definitely.
Just para la raza otra vez. We also been criticizing, que no dejan a nadie entrar a vender and this and that. ¿Para qué queremos 15 vendedores? Entonces nadie va a hacer nada.
Exactamente.
I mean, ahorita los que están yendo, that hit me up, que sirven diferente comida con nosotros, come on, vengan, pónganse, no se les va a cobrar nada.
Yeah.
Have your permits in line y vénganse,
Claro.
Para que todos podamos ayudar. En el futuro que les va a cobrar, pues también depende. We'll see.
Eso sí.
Pero vamos a ver. So that's the biggest thing is, ténganos paciencia. Es algo diferente, algo nuevo para nosotros. Pero, Shout out to Tony Gomez. He's been a
Definitely.
hell of a worker,
El
man.
Señor Tony.
Hell, viejon, muchas gracias. Very supportive. I'm learning off of him. You know, obviously
You got a good
Virgos.
teacher.
You know, I got Virgos. You
Always
know, with
Sonido
him.
Virgos. Shout out Sonido
Thank
Virgos.
you. Shout out Sonido Virgos, man. He's always been with me, always 100 with me, you know, and obviously the radio station, you know, he's good with me too. So, ténganos paciencia, but we'll get it good. Congratulations to this man. I hope everything works out for him. And if he invites you, no sean culos. Come hit him up.
Cáiganle.
All right.
Well, that would be it. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much for joining the live. I appreciate you guys being on the podcast. I appreciate Lupe showing up one time for the Sioux City podcast. Everybody, go hit like, share, and subscribe. Go hit up the Don Sports Bars. Go hit up La Familia and South Sioux. Go hit them up in Omaha as well. Like he said, he got the charreada coming up October 11th on Saturday. So make sure you guys hit that up. If you see Lupe out there, buy him a shot. If you see me out there, buy me a shot.
Ya está. Ya, mamá.
Muchas gracias, Lupe.
Thank you.